Alrighty, y'all. It is Saturday, so you know what that means. 2:30 on the DJ Jess show right here on KUHS Denver. It is time for the latest and greatest edition of Music Alive. We got someone very special in the studio with us right now as we speak. This guy is one of, you know what, Denver has a lot of great musicians to offer, but you know this guy tops it all with the rock music. It's about time we put some rock in your soul today. So without further ado, Mr. Timothy Lee Houston is in the studio. Timothy, my man, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome, fellas. Thanks for
So
having me
glad
in.
to have you in the studio. And of course, we got the main man himself, Archuleta Promotions, 41 years and still going strong, Mr. Henry Archuleta.
Right on, DJ
What's up,
Jesse.
Henry?
Man, you've been at it. According to what I know about you, Jess, you've
Oh,
been
God.
at it. You've been
You
at
know
it.
too much.
You've
bro.
been at it like about 9 years now, haven't you?
Pretty much.
Or 10 years. You've been at this business a long time.
Mhm.
You've been doing a lot of
I've
this.
been doing a lot, man. Now that I think of it.
Damn, I'm leaving. This is your show. No, we have a pleasure and privilege of having Mr. Timothy Lee Hudson in Houston. No,
Yeah, Houston.
It's Houston. Mr. Houston in the house. I always keep getting that wrong. Jesse keeps saying, you got to remember to say that right. Man.
You gotta make
And
sure.
I always screw up. We're going to get down and dirty with Timothy right now. We're going to talk to him about what's going on in the world of his musical journey down the musical journey that he's been taking. He's been all over. He came to Denver from another area. So let's talk about that, Timmy. When did you first start, Timothy?
Oh,
I can't
that's
call
okay.
you Timmy,
Yeah,
can I?
you can. Whatever.
Take us back. Bro.
That's right.
Take us back. Tell us how you first started and where you came from.
Motor City.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I came
Detroit.
from- yeah, I came
Detroit.
from
What's up,
outside,
Detroit?
Yeah. Yep, outside of Detroit. Started in Toledo, Ohio, with a band called Teaser. They heard me singing at a party one night, and they said, "Hey, you should come and check us out." So I did that, and that kind of fell apart. And an old buddy of mine who's actually flying in today for Easter celebration with all of us, Denny Lean Phillips. He's a producer and a live sound engineer, and he said, "Hey, I got this touring band that really like you, and their singer's terrible. So let's go do this." So I went out and spent about 5.5 years on tour and playing everywhere that they would take us, and our agent booked us. And then I got out of that and started an original band called China White, and we ended up with a #8 song in France and Italy for about 8 weeks, and that was really cool. And
Well, speaking about France and Italy, you got some listeners out there right now tuned in around the world. You know, before we continue, I want to send a special shout out to Miss Sherry Reed out there in Las Vegas. She's one of our faithful listeners, so we got to
Awesome.
show
Hi,
her some
Sherry.
love. So my bad, bro. Sorry to interrupt you.
worries.
Let's keep
No
this
We gotta
going.
say hi to her,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Because she says, I love all the people you're putting on there, especially, having Timothy Houston's been around, Denver sometime. He's putting out some awesome jams.
Mhm.
We had him on the Denver Takeover twice now, and a lot of people call and says, who is that? Who is that? They keep asking. Well, I keep saying who it is, it's like, but because it's not, we're collective and we're here in Denver and we're shouting it out around the world to Fano, Italy, Romania, Puerto Rico, Canada, India. It's all coming in from all over the world, and they catch you on the radio. It's going to be just totally awesome to get you, streamed around the world. There's a lot of other internet radio stations that do the same, but they're not doing it like we are. You've got Clear Channel, they're just leaving everybody out. They put anybody who they want to put up there and play it 30, 40 times and make them famous, and then they run all the venues all around the world. So it's like, how do you do this,
Yeah.
And this is our way, being independent, getting Timothy Lee Houston stuff on here and letting you hear what he's got to say. Go ahead and continue, Tim.
Where was I? Oh yeah. Well, then I left Ohio, came here. I kind of brought some of my band members here with me. I think our first gig was at Bangles when that was still open, and then I got with a band called Jaded Poet, and we ended up opening for, good Lord, everybody from Deep Purple to Kenny Wayne Shepherd. We did probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 national shows for Live Nation, and I just didn't want to do the hard rock anymore. I really wanted to get back to my roots. I really wanted to sing with a lot of melody, and I had all these songs, and they wanted to stay a little heavier and play the hard rock, and so I had to leave. And I miss those guys, but I'm so much enjoying what I'm doing now. I can sing and I can put the soul in the blues, and
So it's time to put some soul into your
yeah,
rock.
absolutely, brother.
Well, you have some good rock genre. You know, we love rock here. So we have a rock genre show on, Monday afternoons.
Uh-huh.
But, we wanted to know what genre would you say yours most fits now?
Now I really believe, well, I'm listening to the people that listen to us, and mainly they're saying we love the blues, we love the soul that you put in. It's like rock, but it's got a real Motown feel to it. And so I go with that. I say it's a little, blues, soul, and rock and roll, but it's got a Motown feel. And we're a stress-free zone. We just want to have you sit back, have a glass of wine. After you listen to us, take your girl home and smooch on her, and just we want it to be laid back and nice and chill.
Well, we did that one time, and my girl had some wine. Then she ran over to McDonald's and she says, "Can I have a glass of wine?" She goes, "Honey, this is McDonald's." And then she says, "Can I have a glass of McWine, please?" So it's all good. I mean, we understand. That's what's fun about your type of music. It's great music. Rock music goes with blues music, and I think it all goes together.
Oh yeah.
And some of the songs that you have, we're going to play the next. You tell us which song you want us to play.
Gone.
Let's play
do
Gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
This is a tune, Gone, by Timothy Lee Houston's group. And then we're going to talk about the group and who's all in it, okay? Let's let it roll. So for all those who are catching us here live, we are being live streamed on the internet. So if you're on our internet website, you can see Timothy Lee Houston here in the studio. You're going to be hearing his song Gone right now by Timothy Lee Houston. I hope you enjoy it. And remember to turn one or the other down for the audio. You got to turn down the video, which is carrying audio, vice versa.
It's a nice groove right there.
This was like the second song I wrote when I started this project.
Oh man, it's something badass, y'all. Hear that? Timothy Lee Houston, Gone.
This is KUHS Radio TV here in Denver. So if you're catching it live, to my right, Mr. Timothy Lee Houston. He's going to give you a little shout out here after this song. We don't want to interrupt it with all our gibberish.
Filling them in. Turkey, Canada, Bangladesh, Egypt, Turkey, Germany, Italy. They said on to go with the music or what? Oh God.
It's all good.
Yeah,
We're live.
We are live.
Now, who wrote this song, Timothy?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I wrote all of them.
Wow. We've had a couple people in here, Alex Bradshaw, Sue Charles, such. She had another one in the UK. Sometimes the key to become successful is to write your own stuff.
And she landed that big, huge tour now. She went to just do one, it was one booking, turned into 6 bookings. Doing London, doing all kinds of Brussels, whatever. She's selling out everywhere. We had her in here. She wasn't hitting so hard, but now she is. So.
She's on the XM radio right here.
Nice. Serious radio.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta get her management. Holy cow, man. It's so
Maybe after this it'll come.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. It's like I'm at a concert, man.
I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't know who dialed that one up because it's not supposed to be dialed up to go with the music.
That's all right. Like I said, it's like we're at a show.
Well, we are. If you're
We are,
watching
yeah.
this live here in the studio, you're listening to a beautiful rendition. Well, it's not. It's his own music. I can't say rendition. I messed up before by saying that because some of the other musicians do a remake of other people's music. So this is it. Timothy Houston's music.
That's actually my son playing drums.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's not with us anymore, but he did the record with us. Played some fun stuff.
Yes. Somebody messes that up.
So every time that thing moves, somebody new is listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Australia, France.
Wow, that's awesome.
Now, if you want to know who that is Timothy Lee Houston. Isn't that right, Jesse? What do you think of that? Isn't
Oh
that,
man,
isn't
that was awesome.
Isn't that
Like I
awesome?
said, we got the lights in the studio over here. It's like we're at a show at Red Rocks, man. Up close and personal though with Mr. Timothy Lee Houston right here on KUHS Denver.
Just a shout out to Ireland. We're going to the United Kingdom, Pakistan.
Belgium. What's up,
Ooh,
Belgium?
Yes, Wichita, Kansas. Of course, you got to have them in the house. Of course,
Yeah.
Jericho, United States.
Gainesville, Florida. What's up?
Florida. Florida. We haven't seen Florida in a little bit.
A missed call.
So let's get on with the interview, Jesse. Let's just
Let's
grill
do
him.
it. Up
Let's
close
talk.
and personal.
Yeah,
let's get to it.
let's find out what he's really been doing.
Should we get to the Timothy Lee Houston band?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I have the first guy I got was Greg Boland on bass, and he was in the old band I was in. And we went up to his cabin one weekend, and I said, I got a bunch of songs. I'm going to play them for you, and if you like them, come and jam with me, okay? And he was in. Then I got my son for a while, Taylor, on drums. Now we have Tim Lewis, who's a great guy and a great drummer. Keyboards, we have Mr. Steve Bender, and playing those sweet leads on that Fender Strat is Mr. Ruben Cisneros. This is his first actual original situation. He's always been in cover bands, and now he's like just having a blast. I love these guys. They're just too fun, and we have a great time on stage. A lot of times we can't stop laughing. So, it's...
Are you laughing at some of the chicks sitting up front with their skirt way up, or what? Come on, you were going to level with us. You're going to level with us.
I'm telling you, bro, it's up close and personal. So
Yeah.
let us have it.
Yeah. Well, we have been very lucky to
Have all the chicks up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell us.
There's a few. I don't want to
No, just
brag.
kidding.
Or
I wanna brag.
With over 100 years of musical experience between all of you guys, this is for sure a super group,
Yes.
Thanks.
some people have put in. So when did it come about? When did you guys finally decide we're going to be a band, we're going to name it the Timothy Lee Houston Band, and we're going to go out, we're going to change the music scene here in Denver, Colorado? Because that's what you guys have done. I've seen it, I've heard it. You guys have heard it firsthand right here on KUHS Denver with this song Gone. How did it all come about?
I got everybody together, and once we were done rehearsing the songs, I said, listen, you guys want to go out and see what people think, see if we're going to get tomatoes or we're going to get some clapping. And, everybody was in. Everybody believed in the songs, and everybody's like, whatever you want to do, we're behind you. So I couldn't stop. That was 2.5 years ago, and this is where we're at right now.
You know what I like about the name, the Timothy Lee Houston Project? That really has a ring to it, and it's sellable, and it's got a lot of concept to it.
Thank you.
So tell us how you go about getting your gigs. You're the one having to book all the gigs and get them going.
Yeah, I lost some management, and now I'm trying to, get the shows myself and do all the promotions and everything. And, I'm sure that'll change. Somebody will come along that wants to be part of this little crazy ride we're taking. I usually just straight up old school call. I just call the venue, talk to the talent buyers, tell them take a look at our videos, take a look at the TV shows we've done, take a look at the Reverb Nation and all that, and I usually get a yes, thank goodness, and and that's how I've been doing it. I just straight up call them. I don't beat around the bush because I don't have time for that.
And tell us about you were on channel what 31?
Yeah, we were on
Fox
Fox
31.
31.
Yeah, tell us about that.
That was fun. That was the Colorado Rock Music Show. And that was Brother Rob and Sheila Byers and Judy and Dan. And they had a really nice studio over there, about $1 million worth of gear.
Wow.
And they have a music show that they film the bands. And then Fox 31 runs the show Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm. Is it still going?
No, actually, it was. I think the last one was a couple of years ago, but
I wonder why they stopped doing that.
I don't know. It was
It
fantastic.
kind of works in the same process that we're working here.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It was a blast. They were super nice to us. They made great videos, and they sure helped a lot of bands get a little bit of a leg up. So we love those guys, and we're.
How long
we're
did you say they had that going?
It was a while. It was a few years, and I don't really know what happened that it's not going anymore, and I don't, want to surmise that I know because I don't.
Let's pick one of your other songs. Let's keep hearing what you've got, on the board here. Some good music, great music.
Thank you. Let's see. We could do December. Been lucky enough to get that played on some radio stations and some
December.
good feedback.
Now he talked about they play this a lot on KUVO radio.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
And the Goat.
Yeah,
The
who
Goat.
is the DJ that plays?
JJ?
That? Yeah,
Yeah,
JJ. Because
JJ.
we have, like I was telling, we have a lot of the KUVO family here, which is nice.
That's
so,
awesome.
We want to play some of the things they're playing. They've been in 30 years at the business, and we've been 30 weeks at the business.
Yeah.
And I can brag about that,
Heck yeah.
It's fantastic.
30 days in the or 30 weeks in the business here, and we're getting listeners all around the world.
Yeah.
So
Well, actually, we've been at it 8 years, and we've got to
True
confess.
that.
But
we're really going.
Yeah,
really
but
going,
when we put it back
strong.
up here, we put it back up, and it's been 30 weeks, and so it took off like a rocket because we know how to shoot it out there. So.
But here we are, giving you music by the Timothy Lee Huston Project right here. Here's a little song they like to call December. You didn't like the lights, bro?
Did you say that with sensitivity?
No, I don't even know how to work that.
Just a little button. Oh, you can work everything else, but. So if you'd like to do a shout out to everybody, because it's going to be on video and it's going to be
Hi,
replayed
guys.
on Facebook.
How y'all doing in Castle Rock,
Germany,
Denver,
Greece.
Germany, Greece, Turkey?
Canada, India.
I love you all. Just invite me and I'll be there.
Turkey, don't forget Turkey. Mountain View, California has been always catching
It is hard.
Yeah, Mountain View. We get a lot of the California people. Thanks to Jesse, he's got a lot of friends out
Right.
there.
Yeah, I have a lot of family in California.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mountain View, California catching it. So I hope you're enjoying the Timothy Lee Huston interview because we're having a good time interviewing him. He's a very cordial individual.
We've had some people in here that, they were alright, but, to have you in here, to have you upbeat,
Thank you.
it's going great.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you in here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Got to sign our Wall of Fame, so
Awesome.
here,
Awesome.
put your footprint in history right there.
Yes, sir.
I still want that more.
Yeah, this song, I'm sorry. It's just this song reminds me of back in the day, the snow, in Ohio, it's cold, and the snow blows sideways. It's pretty much what this song's about. And my wife hit me in the back of the head with a snowball. Yeah, that's how it started.
What's your wife's name? Crystal, so if you're watching this, you're gonna catch it later,
Hi,
Crystal.
baby.
This is going to be replayed back up on Facebook and on YouTube. It's all saved. It goes up to our streamer. Our streamer, you can watch this live, for in case you don't catch it on Facebook or YouTube. You're watching us live. So
Yeah.
hope you're enjoying this interview. We don't try to talk too much during this interview, like while your song is playing, because even though it's streaming, they can still see us.
Yeah.
They kind of want to hear the music too. Slow down there, Jesse. Slow down. Slow way down. Canada.
Peru, Mexico, Switzerland.
The only one I know that went to Mexico was Manuel Solano. Because we don't get a lot of them down there.
Especially on Sundays, too. I don't get a lot of them at all. There's Crawley hat. Well, when you know your wife throws a snowball at the back of your head, you know you have to come up with the song called December, and that's
Yeah.
what you did right there.
Yes.
Bro.
She goes, why'd
Beautiful
you
song.
do that to me, babe?
It's December.
Yeah.
I think we actually just came back from one of my shows back there, and we were going into the house, and she just decided to.
Try to be funny.
Yeah.
Was there a rock in it?
No, but there was a rotten apple. No.
Which came up with a beautiful song right there,
Thank you.
December, Tim Houston Project, right here on
And you could-
KUHS Denver.
Yeah, you can catch Tim Houston Project all over Denver. Just watch for that name. I mean, it's very captivating. You're listening to www.kuhsdenver.com, internet, radio, and TV streamed around the world with DJ Jess Show here on the Music Alive. We're only doing 1/2 hour because of the Easter season. Generally, we have 2 guests, and we're just going to cut it off at 3. But I'm glad you joined us, and if you barely joined us, we have Timothy Lee Houston in the house live. If you can't catch it here, don't forget, we're replaying it on Facebook, on YouTube. It'll be all played in its entirety. Isn't that right, Jesse?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed being here with us, Tim. The time is getting short. Our
Time always
producer
flies when we're having
says
fun.
we
Yeah,
have
it does,
about
right?
5 minutes left. So we're going to talk more about what you plan to do in the future, and then we're going to try to end it with one of your songs. So tell us what you have for the future. Your group that you have now is really stable. You've got some quality individuals. You
Yes,
can just
thank
tell
you.
of all that background they have. You guys gel real good, and especially doing original music, it makes it a lot of fun. Tell us what you have for the plans.
Well, we got a show. I'm from Castle Rock, and that's a cruise from here. So a lot of the people don't get to come up from down south and see our shows in Denver. So we're doing a show May 9th down in Sedalia at the Buckskin Saloon. It's a brand new place that a lot of people know about down there. And we've got some great opening bands. We've got Mindo coming in to do an acoustic set, and then we've got a cover band to get them dancing and drinking. They're called A Band Without a Net. And then we're going to come on, play some of these songs that you heard, and a couple of brand new ones that we just fit into the set. And that's May 9th. And then after that, we are going to be concentrating for a few weeks on the new record. And we're going to start recording that actually on the 18th of this month and try to get it wrapped up so we can do a bunch of shows this summer. And anybody that's got some shows they want us to do, give us a call. You can go on, my Facebook page, Timothy Lee Houston, or you can go to the Tim Houston Project band page. You can contact me through there, or my email, which is timhoustonmusic@live.com. and just give us a call. I know there's some things in the works that I can't say right now because contracts haven't been taken care of, but we do have some really cool shows coming up, and you'll hear about that in a couple weeks.
And
How
you
do they
can
get a
always
hold of
check
you?
him out.
Yeah. How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, yeah.
What's your number?
You can call me, 720-412-3179. Love to hear from you. If you got something you think that we would be good for, give me a shout and we'll try to fit it in the schedule.
And you can always check out Tim on KUHSdenver.com. We always throw your
Absolutely.
stuff up there.
Hell yeah.
Now, don't forget when you want to launch, we have a page on the KUHS website. It's called the page,
The Breakout Artist.
the Breakout
That's
Artist,
it.
and you can
I
sell all
got
your
it.
stuff right up there. I always throw it at Jesse, see what
Fantastic.
he's got to say.
Man, I'm fast
Yeah,
today,
you're,
bro.
yeah,
I'm fast.
you're on it.
Got
It's
to
like-
bed early last night.
and you know, sometimes I'm always texting the wrong person. I text you, I'm all half
Oh, yeah.
looped.
Oh,
Who you talking to me?
borracho.
You talking to me?
Oh, is he
Oops.
borracho?
All the tamales were on masudo.
Oh, my Lord.
We've been having a great time talking
Oh,
to
that's
Timothy Lee
fantastic.
Houston here on KUHSdenver.com. You better do some shout outs right now to the world. Los Angeles, Spain, Ukraine, France.
They just
Turkey.
keep rolling in, man.
Yeah,
France.
India, which is great for Timothy, Lee, because with this, if you're listening in, you're going to be able to see his stuff out there live. We play a lot of his music now. He was on the Denver Takeover show twice, and a lot of people were asking, who is that? Who is that band?
Fantastic.
It's they're hidden gems. They're not getting known enough, and so there's a lot of radio stations here in town that are streaming now. We're all trying to play the music, and KUBO is also one of them. They're streaming quite a bit, so they play a lot of your music too.
You
right?
guys rock. I love the songs on this station. I listen at least 2 or 3 times a week, and it's wow. It's cool.
And you always make sure to check out my show, though. right?
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
baby boy.
You got you got 2 or 3 shows, don't you, Jesse? You
I
moderate.
do, I do.
You moderate a 4th,
I do.
and that's domestic.
Wow.
The domestic violence.
One of
show,
our
right?
most personal shows here, if you or someone you know are in a domestic relationship, make sure to check it out because we provide resources on how to get your life back on track, so check that out. Hosted by Miss Andrea Montoya Mitchell every Tuesday, 1 to 2 o'clock. So a lot of great things going on at KUHS. Tim, it's been a pleasure having you here,
Thank
bro.
you so much, guys. Thank
Oh,
you
absolutely.
so much.
You have some great songs you want to share to the world, and that's what we do here worldwide, being broadcasted. So we thank you so much for coming in. It's been a blast. Henry, it's always a blast with you, bro, even though sometimes you
I get on your nerves, right?
no,
Go ahead, tell everybody.
we'll save that for off
And
air.
don't forget, in about 3 weeks, we're going to have an up close and personal interview with Mr. DJ Jess, and tell the world about what he's been doing.
We're gonna interview each other. I'm telling you.
No, you
bro.
can't interview me.
Yes,
No,
I can. man.
You've got to have.
We're
no,
gonna make it up close and personal. We're gonna get down to the.
Then you'll
Oh,
start telling
nitty-gritty, bro.
everybody. I mean, we already exposed Tim.
I
We're
know.
going to start telling the world about what he's been
Oh.
doing. It's like, what's that, Tim? You did what? All in
We're
fun.
gonna have some very special guests. We're gonna get Sheila E in here.
Yeah,
She'll
Sheila.
be in town April 18th.
Awesome.
We're gonna get her in. I know we
We
are.
also got, she's supposed to get in here. It's the drummer for Gladys Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
So hopefully
Yeah,
he
we
says
want to get Gladys Knight in there.
Gladys
Oh,
Knight.
yeah.
The actual
Oh,
individual.
man.
We're also looking for one other, but we're keeping
We're
this
keeping
on
that. That's gonna be a phone in.
It's going to be a 45-second phone in.
Little hint, he's doing spontaneous shows throughout the U.S. So
They
when
know
we
who
get
he
the
is.
call, you're gonna hear it first on KUHS Denver.
Fantastic.
He's gonna let everyone know where he's gonna be because that's what he's doing. He's announcing where he's gonna be, where you can get tickets days before, sometimes hours
before the show. That's what he intends to do
Yeah,
here in Denver.
and he can do it because you know why? He's the
He's-
purple one. He's
yeah.
royalty. So
And we're not going to say
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
Oh,
We got the
man.
hookup.
Yep.
It's really great of the hookup that we have, Jesse. Thanks to you.
You got the hookup. You know everyone, bro.
Yeah. So with that being said, we have to conclude this show. The producer's kind of eyeballing me there, so he's like looking down.
He wants to
Shaking
go
his
home to
head
his
now.
honey. He wants
He's
to
got to
get
go
home
home to his honey, so
his
go ahead and
sweetheart.
let's play this last song and close it
Talk
out.
about it before we go. Sorry, how did that come about?
That came about because I decided that I wasn't the greatest guy in relationships that I thought I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to dig deep and go, hey, man, you're kind of a dork. You need to straighten up. So it was kind of my sorry to all of the people if I ever offended you or
Mostly
hurt
the
you.
females.
Oh yes, mostly
You
the
know,
females.
sometimes you got to go through some life changes, including heartaches, to make a good. Just look at Sam Smith, for example, had a #1 record all around the world, and it was all because he was heartbroken.
Absolutely.
Same goes for Adele, so
Absolutely.
sometimes you get great music out of it, and we definitely know this is a great song. So, Timothy Lee Houston, we thank you so much for coming in, bro.
Let me interrupt this. Patrick Doom next week.
Patrick Doom.
Yes,
Right
next
on.
week. So we're going to have him in the house. Also, in the coming weeks, we're going to have the Singers of Soul School.
Yeah, our good friends
Awesome.
Tony Price and Seth Tucker are going to come on in. That's going to be exciting. One of Denver's best show bands here, Soul School. They will be playing some of their original music
They're
as
great.
well. Oh yeah, they're awesome. One of my favorites. So now, one of my other favorites, Timothy Lee Houston, and what is it? The Tim Houston Project.
Yes, sir.
That's what we like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we say goodbye for now. Until next week, you're listening to KUHS Denver here in Denver, Colorado, streamed around the world to Algeria, Germany, Singapore, Brazil. We're everywhere. It's been great. See you later.
See you later. Make sure to check me out tomorrow, 10 to 1 o'clock with Canciones de Domingo, a very special
what?
Easter edition.
God, we keep forgetting everything. What we have today, we have a
know,
new
man.
Root and Root show time.
Oh, yeah,
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. So make sure to check it out.
Following
The U.S. Top 20 straight out of Hollywood, California. So you want to check that out. All right, with that being said, we're going to end it right here. Everyone, enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. If you're driving, stay in your lanes until we meet again.